Hey, guess we're laggy tonight. I don't know what was going on there.
Hey.
There you go. Good job, gentlemen. It's another week, another webcast, right? We actually have a full week this week. There was a lot going on. For most everything anybody collects, honestly. There's a lot of stuff going on. There were a lot of announcements this week. I don't know if it was just because it was coming up on the 1st of March or tax season, possibly. Don't know. But there was a lot of stuff going on. And there's one thing that really does need to be addressed quickly before we get too much further. Apparently, our number one fan, Miss Nancy, committed a grave theft.
Uh-oh.
That was a moose. That was very near and dear to my heart. That apparently Nancy has stolen. She didn't offer up any ransom notes, nothing, so it can't be good. I'm very concerned about its well-being at this point. So if you would be so kind as to return that to the retailer of which you acquired it, and then I will go there and pay for it. That would be greatly appreciated. So now that that's out of the way.
She did it. She don't even own right now.
You know it's had a sock monkey on it.
See, I told you I was extremely concerned with well-being. Oh, jeez.
That's why she's not on right now.
Congratulations to Nancy for getting her first Mythic Legions. She did, in fact, get the moose. So
she's in there posing Oliver on him right now.
So is it really
eye on it?
So is it really her moose, or is it John's moose that he's letting her borrow?
No, it's hers.
Now.
It's hers.
Yep, it's her moose now.
Sad day.
She laid claim to it.
Sad day in the Maddox household. The moose is no longer loose.
She didn't write her name on the bottom of one of his hoofs, did she?
I don't know. I hadn't seen it since she got a hold of it.
Boy, she's territorial with that thing, isn't she?
Well, I don't blame her. She knows I'm going to show up sooner or later. So.
Dad's going to leave. Dad's going to leave the house, and Nancy's going to be like, Dad's going to leave the house, and Nancy's going to be like, where'd my moose go?
Oh, that thing ain't the house. She got her safe deposit box somewhere.
Yep. Oh, well. So, anyways, like I said, busy week. Let's do.
Glad to have you back, Dave.
I appreciate it. I'd be here if I wasn't all there, right? So,
whether in spirit or physically.
Here she comes, right here.
Don't stop. Yeah, see this? I see. It's just wrong. This. You know what? That's it. I'm going to start a GoFundMe apparently for raise some money to release the moose from that abusive, very.
Now you've seen.
I didn't see that coming.
You've seen everything when you've seen a sock monkey riding a moose. That's.
It's too bad that moose is going to have to live in a gun safe, because I'm telling you right now, I'm going to show up sooner or later. Anyways.
Nogahide got a monkey riding a warthog, so why not a moose with one on its back?
Yeah, there's some serious questions revolving around that monkey. I'm telling you right now, his parentage is extremely questionable. Anyways, let's. You ready, Shane? Let's look at what Mr. MacFarlane decided to do to us in the last week and a half.
He decided to say, no more figures for you.
Yeah, that's pretty close to it. This is went up for pre-order a week or so ago.
Yeah.
Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, different than what we got in the 2-pack from before. This is definitely more Silver Age inspired. I guess that's the way of putting it. I have to tell you, on this one, the diaper, as they call it, that midsection, is very apparent. But it is what it is with MacFarlane figures, right? I mean, you either like them or you don't. Sold out relatively quickly. So that gives me a strong indication that Mr. MacFarlane has cut production way back. The other controversial thing about this and the other two figures that are in this wave is they have gone, for whatever reason, these figures come with either QR code or some type of code that will allow you to build a digital Build-A-Figure, which is just stupid. Sorry, but it is. The $22.99, which means there wasn't a huge price jump, but the whole digital Build-A-Figure wave is just stupid. But everybody did want this figure. So
why? What if you're able to play Holo Chess with them?
You can't. You can look at them like they're a screensaver. That's it. That's all they do. So, thoughts? Anybody?
I want to play Holo Chess with them.
My thought. Go ahead.
It's a really cool looking figure, but I'm with you on the digital stuff. It's just absolutely ridiculous.
Yep.
My deal is he tried to compare it to a photo of your family on your cell phone in an interview.
There's something very strange about this stuff, but I guess we could talk about it some other time or later if we've got the time. This digital stuff, I don't know. There's something going on there with. I suspect this has got something to do with artists making more money off of these designs than what they're being paid when it's put into plastic. But that's pure speculation on my part. But there definitely is something going on with this. Because it's really I don't know. I don't know anybody that likes it. I haven't heard of anybody that likes it. So there's
probably a couple of people.
Well, yeah, but there's lots of people that drink heavily and do crack too. So that's just the way it is. I mean, it's
is he setting it up to where he can do a digital binder? He can sell to people also that you can put your digital card figure in.
It's a great idea. It's a great question. I have no idea.
As far as marketing, that would be just genius on his part. That people would buy into that crap, but
I wouldn't. It's possible. It's possible. I just don't know.
Todd's always took chances and stuff, and I just think he's bought into this, and he may be over his head on the digital stuff.
I still think. Look, Todd MacFarlane is still first and foremost an artist.
Yep.
And I really genuinely do suspect. This is a way for artists to make money, especially with AI coming on as strong as it is. There's all kinds of crap going on in the art world with AI, and I really do wonder if this isn't a way of trying to protect these properties somehow. I'm just not sure how that all works, but I have a suspicion there's a grander motive behind this digital stuff than what we're seeing or what we know about right now.
Okay, I'm confused on the digital stuff. What is it exactly they're doing?
You get a digital file of a computer generated image of a figure, of a character.
So you don't actually get the figure?
No, it is a digital rendering. It is a computer file, basically. It's a video file. You can turn it 365 degrees and 360 degrees, blah, blah, blah.
It's a 3D model.
Pretty much. And that's what they are. I mean, they're electronic files that you can look at. I mean, they did it with the Batmobile. There's a bunch of figures quote unquote, they've already done it with. They're literally just pictures. They're pictures of characters.
So you don't have a physical figure in your hand.
No.
Nope, not at all.
This Green Lantern you're looking at right here, and the three other figures, the other two figures that we're going to show you.
Yeah.
Each one of these packages comes with a code in it, whether it's QR code or just a written code, whatever. I don't know. Scannable.
Right.
I'm not sure about that. This is a physical figure. This Green Lantern is a physical figure.
Okay.
The next two we're going to show you are physical figures, just like what everybody has. They're surrounded by right now.
Right.
The Build-A-Figure part. See, this is the next one. This is the Hush Batman in black and gray versus the blue and gray.
Okay.
Again, this figure comes with another code that builds the same figure. So it's very much so like a Build-A-Figure. Instead of getting a head and arms in one package and legs and waist in another and a torso in the next, you're getting a code. All three codes will complete the quote-unquote figure digitally. You do not ever receive a physical figure. You have
I don't agree with that.
No, it's
I mean, that seems. What's the point? I mean, what's the point?
That's right.
I don't think
the digital comic. Just like the digital comics, that's basically what it is. But they're doing it with action figures.
Yeah, and just keep in mind, it's like anything else digital. They can take it away from you at any time. You do.
That's just like a digital download of a movie. You know,
exactly
you got to store it on their site or whatever, and then they could actually take it away. You know, because what are you going to do?
Yep, that's right. Yeah, they can pull the licensing that they are granting you at any given time. So no, if MacFarlane and Warner Brothers go their separate ways at some point in time, which no doubt they will, they could pull those DC licensing, and all of those NFTs and digital figures will disappear. You don't own them. They treat them like a long-term rental, just like digital movies, digital music, digital books. So,
which is a reason why I'm going back to buying, physical media, DVDs, Blu-rays, CDs, all that stuff. That way, I have a copy in case the internet crashes or they, like you say, they decide to take those rights away from us.
It's already happened on multiple occasions. They've gotten.
I had my Spotify music taken away.
Yeah, they get in an argument with an artist and they take it. So that's it. So
Ubisoft is in the same boat right now with games. Taking them off the Steam store and taking them out of the system.
You guys might as well get used to this digital stuff with DVDs, Blu-rays, CDs, everything, video games, because we're fixing to go all digital.
They're pushing it hard. So
they're pushing so hard, and it's going to happen.
Yep. Christopher Palmer, Brad Payne, Gage Bullock, Jeff Parker, Christopher Kitchens. Hey, Chris. Brett Addington. Hey, guys. Thanks for watching.
My understanding is the three figures, you get a digital copy of the figure and the physical figure, and you'll get the Build-A-Figure digital.
Say what now?
Like the physical figures, you'll get a digital copy of that too, and the Build-A-Figure.
Oh yeah, nobody cares about that. If you have a physical figure, who cares?
That's what he said.
Right.
Yeah, and they will sit and collect digital dust because no one will bother downloading them.
It's just like you get those digital downloads on your DVDs and Blu-rays, right?
Right.
Yes.
How many do you throw away?
What's that?
I haven't downloaded a single one of those.
Oh no, neither have I.
I have quite a collection, but I also have the physical, disc. I have, if you buy like a Blu-ray DVD combo, it usually comes with a digital, code that you can download it.
Yeah.
But I still keep, the physical copy. That way, like you said, if they take it away, then you still got a copy. So
what I always do is just do the digital download and put the DVD or the Blu-ray in the bookcase.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's exactly what I do.
Yep. So that's
the opposite of everyone's. I'll throw every one of them away.
Yeah, I don't keep that stuff. There's a few of them that are rolling around in the clamshell packaging, but I haven't.
Most of them are still there, but I just don't download them.
Yeah, they're long since expired too. So whatever.
What amazes me is if you look on eBay, you'll see movies, especially steelbooks, and it'll say like new, but digital code is missing. So people are buying them just get the digital code out and then selling the disc. I mean,
that's foolish. They got that backwards.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh well. This
we see that all the time.
About, we talked about this Aquaman last week, I think. That is Quirk, I think his name was. He was in the animated series back in the late 60s, 67, 68. So this is a really nice classic Aquaman. And the Batman before that we showed, the black and gray, is a classic Batman look.
I thought it was supposed to have been the Rebirth Batman that was in this
No,
pack.
no, that's the next wave. These are just the digital. You see on the top right-hand corner of the box. These 3 figures are this digital wave.
Okay. Well, it makes more sense. Huh?
Yeah.
Who's the little guy that comes with him? Is that
I think his name,
Aqualad?
if I remember right, his name was like Quirk. He was
yes.
Okay.
yeah, he's a little Atlantean character that was in the cartoon back in the 60s.
Okay.
So that's
that is a good comic likeness of Aquaman.
Yeah, it's a great classic Super Friends.
Yeah, it's got that.
Silver Age Arthur Curry. It's awesome. It's a great figure.
Yeah, that's a good looking figure.
Yep. Let's go. And there is first appearance Batman, which is actually an awesome figure. And now I am sincerely regretting not buying the first appearance Superman, which apparently I'm going to have to run down now. And I'm going to end up paying way too much for it because I saw those everywhere and didn't buy one.
Wait, you talking about the regular version, not the variant of the collector's edition?
No, I want the one with the red boots. That's the platinum one. That's expensive.
Okay. Well, you traded that to me.
We'll give it back.
Wasn't that the one you traded to me with that Green Lantern?
I don't know, John. Put him on the moose and bring him into my house.
He's rubbing it in now.
I actually think I did get you one of those, didn't I?
Yeah, it was the exact one.
Yeah, you had the variant. You said you had the regular edition, and you didn't really want the variant editions.
Yeah, I got rid of the other one too. Took it back to the store because it was annoying me. So, jeez, I remember now. Boy, I tell you,
Hey Dave, this comment is just for you.
Yeah.
I know it's terrible.
Rub it in.
Yeah,
Dave, are you talking about the first Superman they done is the one you're talking about?
The first appearance Superman.
It'll be he'll have his costume is like what's on Action Comics #1.
Yes, some of them were all blue. Some of them had red boots. Some of them there was like 3 different variants on that figure. Anyways,
I believe the S on his chest is like red in a yellow like shield. Yeah.
That's what it looked like originally.
The boots were red on the cover, but inside the comic they were blue, right?
There was something like that, yes.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, one of them, that's why there was a red boot and then just a blue suited, and I don't know. I don't remember. I'll run.
They were too lazy to draw the boots on the
I think it probably had something to do with printing multiple colors on the same panel. Like the Hulk was gray and all this other, all the blue hairs instead of blacks, all that weird stuff that used to come with printing. This is Page Puncher stuff. This is there's 4 figures in this wave. It's a Superman wave. It's Ghosts of Krypton, which I believe is another one like the Flash series and the Aquaman series where there's a comic in the package, but it's out of continuity. It just has to do with the figures. What in the world Kal-El would need that much armor on is I probably ought to leave it alone. If Superman needs that much armor to get into it with it, you probably ought to leave it alone is all I got to say. That's a weird figure.
I can't even tell what it is.
It's Superman. He's just all armored up. It's very strange.
Is that his fist coming toward the screen?
I believe it is, yeah.
Okay.
I don't even see his head.
It looks like he's got scars on his face. So I don't know. It's Page Puncher stuff. Way too stylized for me. I haven't seen any of them that I actually liked.
Except those Flash.
Other than I did buy the Grodd from the Page Punchers because it was awesome. This figure, that's another one of the Superman wave. That is Brainiac.
I like it.
It's still too stylized for me. I mean, it's closer to a Silver Age Brainiac than what we've seen so far, but it's still too weird for me. The next couple,
the page punchers are like 4-inch figures, aren't they?
no, those are the full 7-inch figures.
Oh, okay.
I think that was all the page punchers we had.
I'll say that's the Batman from the blue ones from the digital.
Well, this is.
That's Hasbro Batman.
Oh yeah, that's on the screen right now. Yeah,
this is basically Nightcrawler is what it is, and it is meant to appease all of the people that never got the blue and gray Walmart exclusive. That is now stupid money. This is an auction figure. Went up for pre-order the 29th and sold out instantly. Which again,
I'm hoping they're going to redo the ones super crazy because the colors are not right on it.
No, it's not being redone. He's adamant about that. No, you will not. You may see repainted sculpts, but you will not see a redo of anything that he's done before.
That's what I'm saying, because the colors on the first one was not comic book accurate.
Well, no, neither was Bane. So,
yeah.
But no, this is it. This one sold out in minutes. Thankfully, I had some help acquiring these on pre-order. So thank Mike Matthews. Because I couldn't get them otherwise because they literally sold out instantly, which tells you, again, the numbers on these were very, very low. So next, there's the Brainiac. This Batman right there is I want him for the head because I'm going to put that head on Hush Body, the blue and gray Hush Body. That's what I intend to get this figure for. Literally just for the head. That new 52 suit I never cared for. I just didn't like it. So, but the head's good. So
the yellow outline on the bat symbol, it kind of takes away from it.
Yeah, I just didn't like that design at all. So
yeah.
And there is that wave with Asbats. The Hush Black and Gray Bat. I'm sorry, John, you were right. It is that new 52 that's part of the digital wave. I got them mixed up. Sorry about that. Sorry to everybody else, too. So you get issued Detective 27, First Appearance Batman, Black and Gray Hush Batman, and Asbats in the Nightfall. So there it is.
The Black and Gray one, that's just a repaint of the Nightfall Batman where it got.
Yep. And all sold out. That is the ghost of Zod from that Page Punchers, which is just a bizarre figure. I'm guessing he glows in the dark. I don't know.
I would think so.
It has something to do with the comic book that's in the package, but what? Who knows?
It's beyond me.
Yeah, they're just way too stylized for me. I think Warner Brothers makes him do these because these are under the DC Direct label, not the DC Multiverse label. So, and there was Val Zod there somewhere. I thought I sent you a picture. Doesn't that look like it's a old glow in the dark type green plastic?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So that's my guess. It didn't have any real details on it. So
it looks like the glow in the dark plastic from Scareglow.
Yeah, the old cereal toys we got back when we were really little, glow in the dark stuff. Hold it up to the light for 10 minutes. It'll glow. There it is. Val Zod, Earth 2 Superman. I'm actually very glad that they've made this figure. I absolutely hate the fact that it's a Page Punchers because if you look at his uniform, it's like armor, and it's terrible. I can see a lot of guys popping pieces off and putting them on a Superman body with a little paint to fix it because that's just it's a terrible body for that figure.
At least it looks like it's got a cloth cape, though.
It does, yeah. Yep. So, and that's the Page Punchers that they announced. No idea when they're becoming available. So, Jonathan Wolf, hey, what's happening, buddy?
Wait, you missed some Page Punchers.
No, there's
The
only
G.I.
4.
Joe ones.
We talked about those weeks ago, and those are 3-inch, not these. We're talking about MacFarlane right now.
Yeah, MacFarlane made those.
Yes, I know. Yeah, we'll do the books later. G.I. Joe. Hope you guys were available or soon afterwards to get to watch the Pulse event. That one was actually pretty entertaining this week, I thought, anyways.
I wasn't available. I was busy, but I did
Yeah.
go back and watch it. It's pretty cool.
I almost
I wa-
completely and totally forgot about it. So
But here's Mr. Torch. You guys got a few pictures of them. They put out. I love the fact they come with a backpack. All the other 3 should have had one also.
I agree. Can I point out one thing that's a little weird? The only thing that I think is weird. The flames on his back pockets is kind of weird. I don't know. That's kind of you guys have got to be with me on this one. That's kind of weird. But hey, kudos for giving us details, right?
Yeah, I like the Knox rule on the canister.
Yeah. Do you know that Lenny talked about that they got a bunch of grief because that was misspelled?
What?
Collectors, you got to do better than that.
Oh, yeah.
It's NOKS, not NOCKS. Knox, like what it's spelled right there, is like when you knock an arrow.
Well, yeah,
right
but
there, it should be
if you-
NOKS.
But the
If-
Dreadnoughts
Well, they claim
really
you
can't
can't
spell.
read or spell. That's what
Well,
they claimed in the live stream.
yeah, they're you got to remember, according to the file cards, the Dreadnoughts were basically illiterate. So that was the inside joke. And collectors freaked out because I can't believe you idiot spelled Knox wrong. And it's just like, no, they did it on purpose. So, anyways,
They're
this is
going
a
to find
cool figure.
something wrong with no matter what.
Right.
I
wonder
wonder
if
if that
they're gonna make-
motorcycle's going to be available.
Is that motorcycle going to be available?
It already is.
It is.
Oh, you
Okay.
can buy those.
Well, what kind is it, or where do you?
They did a series. They did a series back in 2003. Look them up.
Okay.
I'll come up with the name of the company that did them before long. Back when the motorcycle building craze was going on, that was West Coast Choppers, and there was Orange County Chop, everything else. They had all kinds of those scale motorcycles. I'm going to buy some at some point. You can get them from for $12 or $13 on eBay.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the
Ray
Maestro.
made a bunch of them.
The Maestro Harleys is what I'm going to put my Dreadnoughts on.
Well, these are all got Evo engines in them, so they
Okay.
were all, and there's some older Harleys. Night Creeper. I like this figure very much. They can keep that extra head, but I like this one.
By the way, I think Amazon right now has Nunchuck for $12.
Oh, there
They
you
do.
go.
I don't know if you guys seen that or not.
I did not. I was too busy. I can't see through the tears in my eyes because my moose is suspiciously missing.
Liz is not going to let it go.
Nancy ain't neither.
I do like this figure very much. I do. I don't know what the production numbers are on these. I haven't looked. Did any of these sell out yet?
I don't think these are even close to selling out yet.
Yeah.
Quartz
Okay.
has,
Well, that's
Yeah,
not surprising.
but
Speculators.
and the Tiger Force 2-pack has.
And that's not surprising either because they had limited numbers on the Pulse, so Target's probably still got them. But
You notice they limited to 3 this time instead of 2.
yes, yep.
Yeah.
And here's Doc. I guess everybody's whining and complaining that somehow, some way, this is a rehashed Samuel L. Jackson head mold from Marvel Legends.
I don't see it.
I don't either, but
That don't look nothing like Samuel L. Jackson.
that was the gripe. That was the gripe.
I
of
got
the-
both head sculpts. I know that's not him.
No, that's
I
not
got both
Samuel
of
L. Jackson. I mean, good Lord, the guy's got both eyes. It can't be Samuel L. Jackson. So no, I don't see it. I'm very much so looking forward to this figure, just because Doc was always a favorite. Ever
I
since
love it. I
Snake
mean,
Eyes
it
stuck
was
his
great.
Uzi in his face, I always felt bad for him. I just want to check you for frostbite. Got a submachine gun stuffed up.
Was Doc in the second season of the cartoon? Because I know Lifeline became a big
No.
character.
No, Doc was around in the first miniseries
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
intermittently, right, guys? In the first season,
Yeah.
but then he got really phased out.
I was
The
gonna say he
cartoon- the
got.
cartoon-
I just remember not seeing him that much in the second
The
season.
cartoons
Of the
pretty much followed the toy line, with
Yeah.
a few exceptions like Snake Eyes and Scarlet and
Right.
Duke, But well, I don't know. Even they weren't featured as much in the second series, second season.
There is absolutely. I'm sorry, guys. There's no way you can't love this figure.
Anybody that says they don't love that figure is crazy.
This is man. This is exactly what Classified should be. If you're a Joe fan, you can look at that and go, "Hey, that's Jinx," and she's been updated without losing it all. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And the sculpt is perfect, and that's Tommy's cousin. That's Jinx. So
I'm thinking about buying two.
it's pretty awesome.
She'd look good
'Cause I
on the
don't know
movies.
Well, I don't know. I don't know which way I want to display her, with or without different heads.
No, I don't know. She's awesome. She's awesome. It's a great figure. It's just a fantastic figure.
I just think it's funny that they complained about Doc sleeves and then Jinx don't even have sleeves and they didn't say a word about that. That's what gets me, really.
Yep.
But I guarantee you that they'll release her on the retro card with sleeves. You wait and see.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
Cody, what's happening? Cody's watching. So here is this illegitimate monkey.
The one-eyed monkey.
I just not. You know what? I got a problem with this monkey.
You gotta get that monkey off your back.
I just do. But everything else is cool, right? I mean, I like this figure too. And I never had a Naugahyde. He came on long after I had stopped collecting the original line. But I like this. It's cool.
Except the monkey.
He's part of the Dreadnoks, isn't he?
He is.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yep.
It was the only reason I ever got him was because he was a dreadnought.
Right.
Yeah.
And he was just really cool.
Yeah, it's a cool figure. Very cool. And he definitely got that whole. He's got that whole Australian vibe. He just does. Well, from our perspective, from early 1990s, Crocodile Dundee Australian vibe.
Yeah.
Exactly. He was a poacher, is what he was.
Yeah.
His vest is kind of Craven-esque.
Yes. Yep. Go get them nunchucks.
To me, that's probably the best roadblock there is right there so far.
I am waiting for that head sculpt to show up in a retro carded roadblock. I will be happy with that. With that M2, will be golden.
It will happen. I guarantee you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get things going with my Tiger Force guys. So
And I've noticed something with the photography on these and their backgrounds. I've not caught any Easter eggs of future releases, except for maybe that tower.
Yeah, they kind of looks like they may have sewn up on that, huh? Just kind of.
They're trying to make it less obvious.
What is on the ground right there?
It looks like a Tiger Force
Looks like a flag, right?
flag or something like that.
Banner or something.
Looks like it's
That's a
odd.
good
they don't lay on
icon.
the
Yeah,
ground.
it is something there.
It definitely looks like a Tiger
got a
Force.
M60 in it.
Does that look like a Jeep upside down?
Where?
The thing on the ground.
In the bottom left corner.
Yeah, on that flag or whatever it is. It almost looks like a wheel with a red hubcap there, and the front of it looks white, and then it pans into the. I mean, we know they're probably going to take and repaint that vamp.
Nancy, take the vodka away from John, please. I don't know what. I'm not sure what.
He's not drinking Grey Goose. He's drinking Grey
I
Moose.
think it's just. I think it's just a flag. I don't know. Maybe you're right. I don't know. Maybe I should put the vodka away. I don't know.
It looks like a Python Patrol flag.
Oh, yes, that's exactly what it is. Good eye. Yeah, it's stomping on the Python Patrol flag.
That's what it looks like after I was got it. What do y'all think?
I think
Christopher's going to get him some nunchuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's a flag. It's got wrinkles in it.
it's a flag.
Yeah, it's definitely some sort of banner flag. I'm going to go with Python Patrol. It looks like it to me.
Could it be?
Yeah,
Could it be the Grenadiers?
Could be.
No.
I'm just looking at the yellow lettering. That's what I'm.
No, they were gold and black.
Okay.
Yeah, they gold and black. Yeah, Python Patrol was black, yellow, and red.
Yeah, that's probably what. That
Oh,
is.
wait a minute.
Primary colors.
You know what? There's a lot more orange and green in the Python Patrol than that. Let me see.
Well, this is Tiger Force, right?
Yeah, but it'd be weird that they're laying on their own flag.
When isn't the Python Patrol who the Tiger Force usually,
Yes.
That's who they
fight
fight
each other?
And the top of it here, the black looks like the top of a snake, and then the tongue hanging out, and some fangs there to me.
Yeah, you may be right.
Yeah, it does kind of look like a Python Patrol.
Yeah.
But who knows? But I would definitely like them to do that tower.
It's a good eye. It's a good eye.
Tower. That'd be pretty cool.
Is that a tank in the bottom left corner there?
Bottom left corner. No, that's McLeod.
Hey, listeners, for the record, John never, ever, ever drinks during the webcast.
He waits till after.
He's at work. It's constant, but not never on the webcast. So.
It sounds like it's loaded beforehand.
This thing is a mix.
This right here is probably the hottest item
bigger.
out of them all.
Yep.
That thing is huge.
It is.
I was shocked to see how big that thing was.
The missiles are like 8 inches long, aren't they?
Well, yeah, but they say that, and it's like, well, what everything else, right? I mean, you don't really think of it that way, but then when they showed it the other day, it's like, man, that thing's huge.
Well, it's being pulled behind a hiss.
Right. Laney said they had to scale them back. It was 12 inches long.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
They really want
That looks about right there, though. If they'd went 12 inches, that'd been too long.
Yep. I agree.
I noticed
Go ahead, John.
They didn't put the stand with it, though. They just put the control panel on the side instead.
Inside, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The tank.
Well, that's fine.
These wheels are rubber on them.
Rubber.
Now this one was the only exclusive, correct?
Yes.
Well, the Tiger Force roadblock.
Oh yes.
Target
That's right.
exclusive.
Yep, you're right. Yep.
This is
Yeah,
Hasbro
that's
exclusive, I think.
Yes. So
Yeah,
let me ask you.
When we getting a fact?
You getting one or two? Because that's going to hook on to the vehicles that are coming in the future.
Just one for me.
Yep.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
Yeah, I just got one.
Is it
$75?
Is it? Yeah, it's $75. Is I know, man. That was going to
They've
be.
been cheaper. I've got two.
Yeah, is it $75 worth of stuff? I don't know.
I mean, I think the price is about right compared to the rest of it, but I can't,
Yeah, exactly. No, I hear you.
Because it's twice the size of other Cobra missile thing we got.
They must have already put the price back up on nunchuck then.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I was trying to find that. That was earlier today. It must have been a
3 hours
like
sale.
back up to $29 from what I can tell.
Yeah, they got people to go on there and look, and they
Yeah.
jack the price back up. Yeah, I like this. I think this is cool.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I think it's cool. And like
those are the exact same wheels and same hubcaps as the Vamp.
Oh yeah.
Because I got
yeah.
the Vamp pulled up and zoomed in on it right now while you're showing that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
But it looks awesome. Here's the new packaging.
What do you think?
I don't like it.
That's
You
kinda
see the
cool.
figure.
Just too plain. Just bland.
It is kind of
Pork
bland.
belly. Pork belly
Oh,
is the warthog's name.
Pork belly, yeah.
Yeah.
And Yobo.
Yeah,
Yobo.
Yabo,
Yobo.
Bravo.
bro.
I'm gonna have to punch myself in the face for this. But I wish they'd go back to the windowless packaging with the artwork.
After seeing this packaging, I will agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
And I hated the
to where I
windowless
like
packaging. But it rode on me.
Well, the artwork, that kind of is what's the appeal too. That kind of,
But they're saying all the artwork is on the back now.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of like it, but a black package is just not retail friendly.
It gives me Black Series vibe.
it needs that starburst like the old, vintage, GI Joes had.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
Just
just
some,
not
some kind of punch, some kind of kick, some kind of action, something.
something that'll catch your eye. It's
Yeah,
just
that's
black.
it. Yeah, it's just black packaging. This kind of bland, like you say, is bland.
Is it me or the packaging for the single figure smaller? I mean, not as wide.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
probably
yeah, they're
not.
not going to be. They'll probably be about the same size as the other figures packaging was. Maybe a little taller.
Maybe, yeah.
But width-wise, I figure they'll probably be about the same.
So yeah, I mean, I don't for inbox collectors. This wasn't a good change. It's just very dull. Dull. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just not great.
Well, then it's certainly not going to stand out on the toy aisle.
It kind of reminds me of the Black Series for Star Wars.
Yeah.
What?
Was anybody else surprised? Was two things on this. I'll probably get shot at or something, but the ferret looks really, really cheap to me. Maybe it's just me. And I have to tell you, I don't have to tell you, I have to ask, how many were you guys shocked that this was going to have a female driver?
Yes, I was.
No. I
was shocked that it had a driver that it wasn't somebody we already knew or like a.
It's like they created a new character for the vehicle.
Yeah, I really thought
Yeah.
it would be.
It's just called a Scout, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ferret Scout.
Ferrets, yeah.
I'll tell you why I don't. It didn't surprise me any. They got the female moles, and it's less material to make the female.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
can
that's
still
the
work.
name of the game, but
I
Is
did
this gonna
like
be
the
like
helmet.
is this going to be like $75 too?
unknown.
Yeah, that's why I like the helmet. That's what stuck out to me.
Yeah,
Motocross helmet.
I think they're going to treat these as a deluxe, and it'll probably be in the $55 range. I don't know for sure though.
Well, how much were the motorcycles like the Baroness and Duke and Breaker with the Ram cycle? What were
$40.
Those are about $50.
Yeah,
They were
$40.
talking about this
$40.
thing being wide though, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. They said it was very wide.
Well, it's a 4-wheeler, so
Yeah, I don't know.
I've seen where people are talking about these missiles.
They're the same as the original.
it's like a push
tip
me pull you.
missiles.
It's a push me pull you.
They just sit there until they explode because they don't.
Which way are we going to fire? Forwards or backwards?
Well, actually,
Dave,
this is funny. Look at the original. Let me have the camera for a second.
yeah.
Give me the camera for a second, Shane. Emmeett just pointed this out. That's kind of funny. Never noticed it before.
They should have been a little longer though.
Okay, there's your ferret.
There's the original.
Yeah, sure enough.
Yeah.
Same thing. But I mean, the engine detail and stuff on the original is much better than that. That's what I meant by it seemed a little cheesy. I mean, that one cylinder looks just like a piece of flat plastic that was stuck on the side of it, you know. Of course, the steering on the originals and stuff, but still. I never noticed that on those missiles before. Those are kind of goofy, aren't they?
Yeah.
Just fire missiles. Hey.
Which way am I going to go?
It just falls off. It just falls off the side and just blows up. You know?
Yeah, it's like a landmine, right? Just rolls down
We're
the
just
trail.
gonna drop this one off right here and keep going.
Blows up eventually.
Yeah, the detail on that engine is absolutely horrible. But
that's what I mean. See,
this is a render. Let's give them credit. This is a digital render.
It is. It could be. It could be different, but that's it. Just that one struck me as kind of cheesy. But
don't complain.
I'll probably buy it, but it's kind of cheesy.
For an ATV, you'd think it'd have a little bit more tread on the tires, or a little bit more knobby tires. You know. A little more.
Well, the city council in Springfield complained that the edge of people's lawns was being ripped up when they're riding along the sidewalk, so they had to go to a smooth tire to keep the HOA happy.
Yeah.
These sold out instantly too, didn't they, gentlemen?
The retro
retro wheels and snow serpents.
I like the snow serpents.
I didn't know those. Did those go up for order?
I didn't think it went up for pre-order.
Somebody said that somebody posted that they were gone already. So I don't know. Maybe they were ordering them.
They ain't put them up yet. I don't.
They were saying that so nobody would order them.
Yeah, well, that's probably true too, right?
Yeah, they didn't. Those didn't go up. I think
somebody
those were
was
just digital renders too. All those.
Yeah, it's a long week. Sorry.
Well, I know who they're talking about. The Doc head sculpt was ripped off of. I got him right here. They claim it's Blue Marvel.
Definitely. They've changed quite
some differences, not drastic differences, but there definitely have been some differences here and there.
Especially on the vehicles, they have been.
Yeah.
Let's see what Corey's talking about here.
Yeah, go to the screen here. I got him stuck on a Valiverse body, but it's Blue Marvel.
Maybe,
that looks like you.
Yeah, I guess, right?
I don't think it's the same mold because I don't think they can use the same mold from the Disney stuff on their own stuff.
Well, if there's a live actor attached to that face, you probably think you'd run into some licensing something there.
There's not. And here's the motorcycles you can get off Amazon. I got a couple of them right here. There's that one I got Blade on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's that right there. It's kind of a small, maybe a female could go on that one.
That FXR.
But they're all metal. They're metal.
Yep.
What are they called, Corey?
They're made by Harley Davidson. You can get for like $14-15 on Amazon, brand new, still in the box.
What brand are they?
I think they're
Maisto.
I can't remember what brand they are.
Okay, probably Maisto because they're the ones that.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. You know, but they're die-cast metal, rubber tires. There's my hero.
Richard, what the green guns again? But whatever, right? I mean, hopefully they change that.
Spray paint them.
But he's cool looking, right?
He's definitely OG looking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Much better than. Maybe we won't have a red, blue eye, brown eye variant.
Yeah, exactly, huh?
Love this one. Absolutely love this one.
Yeah, they're cool. Definitely cool.
Lighter blue colors on the web gear.
Yep.
All right, that's all the figures. You want to go back to the comics now?
Let's do comics last.
Hmm.
We'll talk about comics later. We'll see how we do here. That makes sense.
Right.
All right. So let's see what Mr. John was making a horrible crunching, cracking, smashing dynamite sound here before we went live. He was opening up something that was. Now I'm curious what it was. So why don't we do that, John?
I'm gonna save it for next week.
build up
Well,
the
if you're gonna be
suspense.
that way, right?
No. First of all, I was wrong last week. I don't know why I thought I'd already got Rock on, but he didn't show up until Monday. And I ordered 2, but only got 1, so I'm gonna have to call customer service and find out where my other one's at because there's only showing 1 tracking.
That's not good.
Yeah, so it's got the it's got the removable, so you can slide it out and slide it in. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
got pretty cool artwork on the back, so it's sort of like the King Grayskull figure. I like it. It's cool, and I remember having. I can't remember if it was Rock On or Stone Door I had. I think it was Rock On that I had when I was a kid. And so yeah, I saw that and I said, well, I gotta get one of the Comet Warriors.
Nice.
They had to. So I guess my understanding, they're gonna finish all the vintage figures and updates for the Origins, but the remainder are going to be offered on Mattel Creations at different times. From my understanding, so anyway.
Direct to consumer,
right? Basically,
yeah.
I think the Masterverse will be the only thing staying in the stores.
So you can't buy that one in the store?
What's that?
No, you will not be able to buy any Origins in store again.
Really? Yeah. Wow.
Unless it's a Sorceress or Naked Stratos. Now you can still buy those in the store. Probably
Buzz off, or
probably will be able to for another 5 years, along with Skelegod.
Along with Skelegod, yeah.
Yeah. Skelegod's showing up at Ross's now, by the way, and if anybody's curious. So.
Well, Ollie's has still got about 20 cases of them.
Oh yeah,
yep.
Ollie's and Gadsden does. They finally got their heart right on this and marked it down to $25.50, or I think it's $25.50. That's what this figure should have been to begin with.
Yeah,
that's what I give for it back 4 or 5 months ago. Shane found it at Walmart in Russell for that.
Oh, really? They still been $40 around here until, like I said, I walked in yesterday at the Gadsden Walmart and they had them marked down finally. To me, it's because the regular figures are like $17.99. So this was, because it's got a few extra accessories and all. It was worth the $25, but I wasn't going to pay $40 for it.
No.
I did pick up at the Wolf's Den earlier in the week. He got in the cartoon versions. I love these. These are great. I love it's like the Filmations logo.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the rainbow colors on it there. The cartoon collection looks just like the cartoon. Beastman is amazing. He definitely looks just like the cartoon Beastman. Look at that.
Oh wow, yeah, he does.
Yeah. And
did Trapjaw have a red arm in the cartoon?
Do what?
Did Trapjaw have a red arm in the cartoon?
Yeah, I want to say he did.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Okay. I guess I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
For some reason I want to say it was black.
He got all of the way. He got all of them except for Man at Arms. He didn't get Man at Arms in, but I went back yesterday and done some trading with him, and of course he done sold his He-Man and Skeletor, but I know he said he's gonna try to order some more of them, but he still had Tila, so I went ahead and got her in some trade. So it's like I said, like the cartoon Tila. I mean, these really look just like the cartoons. They're great, and I'm probably going, and they're unpunched too. So I'm probably just going to get a case and put these in them and not even open them and just kind of hang them up because I love the logo. That's what kind of catches your eye. And so I got Tila, I got a vintage
King Hiss.
also in the trade, King Hiss.
Oh,
And
cool.
there's not a thing in the world wrong with him. He's got his accessories, his shield, and his snake staff. Only thing, he got just a little bit of paint wear right on the tip of his nose.
Mm-hmm.
But other than
That's
that,
That's where the
he's
snake
perfect.
bit him.
Yeah. And he's got, of course, I never had him when I was a kid, so this is kind of fun, because you get to open him up and he's got the,
there he is.
pop him apart. I get him popped apart here. He don't come apart real easy, which I guess is good, so he don't just fall apart while you're playing with him, I suppose. But
Don't break him. That's 40-year-old plastic you're messing with there.
yeah, I know. There we go. There we go. Yeah, and he's got the.
Oh, look at that.
I sat on the edge of my seat. I was hoping he wouldn't break it.
I've always wanted snakes coming out of my armpits too.
Yeah. And apparently he's a lefty because his holding hand is his left hand. The other one's a fist. So.
Yep.
And then the third thing I traded for was what I was opening right before the show got started. I hadn't had a chance to open it yet. It was Varg, Vargg.
Varg. Oh, it's a bat. Look at that.
Yeah,
The
and
Batman.
his legs are short. He's like a little stocky vampire. So
Oh man, I love that.
he's got a deluxe size vampire too, and he's got wings for it. That's next on my list because I got I don't know how you pronounce her name, but the one that I showed last week, she's of the vampire race, but she was one of the horsemen she represented famine, and she had the ballast and all that.
Yep.
And so I thought, well. And they got they got the Vampire Legion builder up for $26 on the website right now. So I was trying to trying to get some of the vampire stuff because who don't like vampires? Vampires, classic horror type character anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But
Zoom in on that head.
What's that?
Zoom in on that head. Show some detail. God, look at that, man. Beautiful. Scary beautiful.
Yeah.
Very cool. That's
Only
a bat.
a face only a mother could love.
Like a hog bat.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
And of course the wings fit in there real good. That's what I was trying to get situated. Pop his wings in, and they're articulated. They can go in and out. But he come with. Of course, he come with 2 extra hands to hold stuff, holding hands. Right. He come with
Scythe, axe, something, right?
Yeah, something. A sword. A mace. I really like that mace. That's cool. And then he's got I don't know, I guess it's a handle with a chain, and on the other end's like, I guess, to put around somebody's neck.
Collar, yeah.
And then he also has shackles. That's got the loops on both ends.
Huh.
And these are real metal chains.
Wow.
And they're long too. So I guess that's for like his captors, or maybe when he gets captured. I don't know. I imagine you can probably pop, because you can pop the hands off, obviously. So I think all the figures have multiple hands, so you can pop the hands off and then pop them back on with the shackles on there. And I'm assuming, like I said, this one's bigger on the one that's got the handle on it. So I'm assuming it probably goes around their neck. Right. So you can kind of hold them like it's like a leash. Or maybe it's supposed to go on him. I don't know. But yeah, they're cool. I mean, I love all the chains that come with them are all metal.
Thanks for the humor, Christopher.
What did he say?
Oh, Lord.
Well, vampires are.
Yeah, they always were of a.
Wrong platform. This ain't OnlyFans.
But let's see what else. What else? Oh, and today, we drove over to Rome today for just briefly, and I finally found a figure that I'd been looking for, a Marvel Legend. Finally found Crystar over at that GameStop over there, and I love this figure. I mean, it's they got the clear
It's cool.
It's almost like you can, and I don't know. I never had any of these. You know, when they originally come out, I saw them. You know, I looked at them, but I never had any. But it's almost like, I don't know if you can see, like right in the center of his chest. It's like you can look through the back and see through him.
Oh, cool.
Kind of.
Like the old $6
John-
million man you'd
Yeah.
the Periscope head.
Did
Right?
they have Power Princess of her too?
No, if they had, I'd have got her because that's another one I'm looking for.
Yeah, I just want her out of the whole way. That's all what I want.
I want her and Vision, because I need the Vision because I never did find the retro carded Vision, but I just need the classic looking Vision. And then they did have the what's his name, Justice, the new Warrior Justice. They had him and this guy. Oxford had Black Panther, and that was the only one I saw there. But yeah, I don't really like that Namor, and then Namora, she's okay, but I would like a vintage Namora instead of the modern version. I don't remember who else is in that way. Let's see, I got the box here.
Crystal reminds me of Captain Planet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, I definitely want Power Princess and Vision for sure, and
Jason
it's odd on Hasbro Pulse. Power Princess is the only one that sold out of those. So I mean, you still get them on Pulse, but I was trying to find them around here, and but I did find him, so I like him. You know, he's pretty cool.
I think they're only going to be like fan channel deal too. So like, GameStop will have them. You know, places like that.
But I'm really hoping since they put this out, and right now Marvel is doing variant covers of all the main titles like Iron Man, Spider-Man, and others, featuring Rom the Space Knight on the covers. I'm really hoping they're going to do a Rom action figure in the Marvel Legends pretty soon.
Well, I'll hit GameStop tomorrow when over. If I run up on Vision, I'll grab him for you.
All right, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's I'm assuming because I think there's going to be a Rom miniseries coming out here pretty soon. So either it's a one-time deal or Marvel's got the rights back to Rom, one of the two. I don't know. But that would be cool. We're the Planeteers. You can be one too.
Jason Champion's watching. Hey, Jason.
I got tentacles for Void.
What in the world? Look like
That's
shrimp.
a building figure piece.
Look like shrimp or crab legs.
Yeah. He did come with extra hands. He's got a fist and these were actually the hands that come on him. I had to put the other hands on to hold the sword and the shield. But yeah, that was pretty good. And then I picked up, because like I said, I hadn't been able to really find anything really. I mean, the toy aisles have been dry, so I've kind of put a little focus back on trying to fill in holes in my G.I. Joe and my Spider-Man comics. And I picked up some Spider-Man. I think I posted in a group some Spider-Man comics yesterday at the little variety shop over in Weaver. And yesterday I went to pick up my books over at Phoenix Rising in Atala, and they had a spontaneous $1 day. So all the books in their back issue bins were $1. So I picked up about 30 more G.I. Joe comics that I was missing.
That's cool.
From the volume, it was the IDW volume 2 and volume 3. The one that Dixon, the Dixon series, and then the series after that, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
So I've almost completed those 2 runs. I'm missing just, I think, 1 or 2 issues.
Nice.
I forgot they were having that sale. I didn't
know they were until I walked in, and they said, "Hey, you come to get in on the $1 deals?" And I said, "I didn't even know you was having one."
I saw it on Facebook. I forgot about it.
But I know we said we was going to talk comics at the end, so I'll hold off on any more mention of that right now. But yeah, those are the things I picked up this week, and yeah, the He-Man and the Skeletor in the cartoon series are fantastic. I wished I'd went ahead and got them too, but I was trying to pace myself. And, I think Jared slipped over and picked them up on me there. So I said he'd stopped by the Wolf's Den yesterday. He was over in that area and picked those up. But so hey, at least somebody from the group got them.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But the
Nice.
He-Man, it looks just like the cartoon. I mean, really, the face and all. I mean, these cartoon figures are great. I mean, they really
Nice.
are.
Oh boy, oh boy. Hey Phil, what'd you pick up?
Okay.
Okay,
Well-
next. Hey Shane, what did you?
I picked myself up. How about that? Now, I posted on the group I was looking for Elkhorn, the dwarf from Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
And Sky Jacob actually said that he found one. I think he didn't. I don't remember if he said exactly where, but in Huntsville or somewhere, I guess. But anyway, me and Wendy went to Trustful yesterday, and we went to Target, and I found him.
Nice.
And this guy, when I saw that he was available, and I watched this guy do an unboxing video on YouTube, and I was like, man, this guy is really cool. I mean, he's a dwarf, he's a good dwarf, and he comes with all kinds of accessories. But the sculpt on his face, I mean, he's just really done really well. The chainmail on his or his chainmail. This looks like fabric almost. I mean, it's just really detailed. He's got an extra head. This is his regular head that came on him, and then this is the one that he's got his mouth open like his battle cry, I guess, And he comes with a detachable ponytail. The ponytail comes off. I thought that was pretty cool. Same thing with this one. He's got two ponytails. So, but anyway, he comes with this. He's got a little dagger right here on his belt. He got this really nice detailed, like a jewel on his belt right there. He's got closed fists, and he's got 1, 2, 3. He's got 5 other hands that he can, you can interchange. So he's got some open. He's got a trigger finger. So I'm like, I don't know what gun he's going to be picking up, but he's got a trigger finger. Never heard of a dwarf picking up a gun to shoot. So But and then his pants, I mean, this actually looks like fabric. I mean, it really does. But the way they did this, I mean, you can see all the little, the weaving of his pants is really cool. And he's got, these, I guess you'd call them boots or shoes, but they're wrapped with like leather straps and everything. But yeah, he's a really cool figure. I just love the way he looked and everything. But that's him, and then he comes with he's got a shield, got some scratches on the front there, and he's got a little band inside with a handle.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing is huge. I mean, that's a pretty big axe, and I love the detail on the axe itself. It's kind of got a Celtic vibe, design to it, and the handle on it, it's really good, really done really well. Comes with a torch, so he can see where he's going in the tunnels and everything. And then he's got this massive hammer. This thing, I mean, that's an awesome looking hammer, and I just love that. That's just cool. See all the detail on that. I mean, he cracked some skulls with that thing. And he's got another hammer. I don't know what exactly. I guess you'd call this a battle hammer, or it's got the spike on the end of it there. But that's done really. I mean, the details on these things are really cool. He's got wrapped handle and everything.
So is that character from the cartoon, or is that from the game?
I believe it's from the game. It's the Dungeons and Dragons. This is the box here. It's Dungeons and Dragons Elkhorn. It's what they call the Ultimate line. There's 4 others. On the back, you got Warduke, Grimsword, Strongheart, and Zarak, and they all come in boxes similar to this, with their artwork on it and everything.
I wonder thousands upon thousands of Dungeons and Dragons characters. I mean, I wonder how they choose which ones to make.
That's a good question. I mean, I really never got into D&D. I never played it, back when it was really big and all.
I've seen the source books and stuff. It's
Maybe
man.
Oh yeah, there's publications on publications of that stuff. But yeah, I don't know how they decided who they were gonna which ones they were gonna make or what. But I just thought this guy was cool. He comes with he's also got a backpack Well, if I don't break it.
Backpack.
Had a backpack.
Backpack went flying. Has a sword that attaches to the side, and there's his sword, broadsword, and that's detailed too. I mean, it's just really done well. And it attaches to the side of his backpack so he can carry it around. Then he's got another little axe right here. I'm guessing that's for chopping firewood or whatever.
Yeah, it looks like a wood axe, doesn't it?
Save the other one for the major stuff. And this thing even opens up too. See, it's kind of tight because I mean, it's got a little little room in there for some stuff.
Sandwiches.
Some
gems,
sandwiches.
Sandwiches, yeah, snacks, whatever.
Little goat skin with some wine in it,
Well, speaking of wine, he has a jug.
Oh, see, there you go.
Yeah, but it's funny. Usually when you see this kind of jug, it has like a triple X on it or skull and crossbones or something. So it's like moonshine. So, but yeah, we don't want to encourage underage drinking though. So.
Well, dwarves, they don't care if their kids get
Dwarves, yeah, they're going to drink whether they want to or not. The other two things, he come with this little crystal. It's like a amethyst looking. So I guess he was mining, and this is what he came up with. So, and then it's got this little heart, kind of like a life. Like
it's a charm.
You play in a game and you want to get some life. There's his heart.
Oh, there you go.
And then he's got, like I said, he's got five different types of hands, so he can grab his axe and sword and all that kind of stuff.
Now, Phil, is that the NECA line?
Yes, it is the NECA line, and I'm that seems to be what I'm really into right now because just the detail on them. I know they're a little more expensive, but I'm not buying them, all the time. It's just here and there. But I was happy to find him because I was out looking for him. I really was, and I was happy that I came across him. And I opened my Goliath today. This guy, and he's done. This is also NECA, and he's got a really good sculpt on him. He's got massive feet. I mean, you step on you. And
you got no problem. You don't have no problem balancing him on the shelf.
Well,
I got one behind me.
You use his tail. That helps kind of hold him up because these wings. I mean, look at these things are massive. I mean, just they're.
I'm still looking for.
You can move them. I mean, you can position them and everything. He comes with an extra head. He also has a little a book that he reads. He even comes with a jalapeno pepper. I guess in the cartoon, that's one of his things he likes to eat is a pepper. So
yeah,
but he's got a couple extra hands on him. And the last thing I want to show y'all, and I was working on this. I shared a picture of it on Facebook earlier. I made this afternoon.
Nice. Good job.
This is my castle wall that I'm working on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the middle of painting it right now, but I put magnets. Down here. I got one here, and one here, and I've got a floor in it, right up against it, and the magnets help hold the wall up and hold the floor against it.
Cool. Good job.
So I saw that on a video on YouTube. I was watching some guy building a diorama. So I'm thinking about putting like metal bars through the windows.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I thought that would look cool. So
did you use the technique with the tinfoil to make the divots?
Yep, I have. I have right here. Use that and just I rolled it over the foam, and it makes all the texture. It gives it the texture and everything. And then I black washed it. I started out with just basic gray, and then mix some black wash, a little brown, a little green, and just kind of went over it and took a wet paper towel and just kind of dabbed over it to kind of give it the look. You saw it. I mean, give it that look. So, but I'm doing that for my gargoyles figures because I'm starting to get a good collection of them, and nice. I think they look really really cool up against that wall.
Right. Very cool.
But that's what I picked up yesterday. Actually, I picked up Brooklyn from the Gargoyles line. I can show you the box. I didn't open him yet, but I can show him to you. That's him. There he is. So I'm getting close to getting all these guys. But these the NECA stuff is just like really, top notch. I just really like these figures.
I'm looking for Bronx right now.
Yeah, Bronx. I'm missing Bronx, but yeah, you got Goliath, Lexington, Demona, Bronx, Hudson, and Broadway. So I'm missing Bronx right now, and that's the one that I don't have.
And the girl and the bad guys are already out too.
Xanatos I saw at Trustful, and 2 of the Steel Clan robots were at Trustful too. But
I can't remember the girl's name, the cop, but she's out too now.
It's either Elisa or Elisa, one or the other. I forget her last name. It's like Ramirez or Gonzalez or something like that. But I haven't seen her. She comes with an extra set of wings, I think, for Goliath. And Xanatos comes with an extra set of wings for Demona, I think it is. So
I know Bronx, it comes with an extra fold-up set for Goliath.
Yeah. It looks kind of like a robe, like it's covered, like it covers him. Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for.
That was a neat marketing idea by them to do that, because Bronx is kind of he's not as big as the other figures, so they kind of give it a little extra to make it feel like you're getting something.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Travis Higgins is watching. Hey, Trav. Oh,
those Dungeons and Dragons are based off the old toy line.
Oh,
the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons from the 80s.
Yeah, they actually did an Elkhorn like smaller figure from the D. I saw one on eBay, and some of the other Strongheart and some of the other ones they did smaller, 3 3/4, I guess, figures of them, and some of them are pretty pricey. So,
yeah.
But I just love the look of this guy.
Cool. Geez, I just found 2 pictures. I forgot to send Shane, but I guess we'll do those next week if you remind me.
I did find something yesterday when I was going through some stuff in my shed out there. I knew I had them.
Oh,
I had a lot more of them than I thought I did. Yeah.
What, trading cards?
Yeah, the Milton Bradley ones. Some of these things are worth a lot of money. Gosh.
Oh, okay.
I don't have any of the ones that's worth a lot of money, like Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, but I do have. I got some extras. If anybody, I do actually have 2 blowtorches. I got a blowtorch. I got Doc, the Vamp. I remembered having the Vamp and the AM.
Are they playing cards, John, or are they just
No, they're trading cards.
Oh, okay. Did they come with rounded corners like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And say they come with scenes from the cartoon too.
Oh yeah.
Some of them, and then you got the bad guys. There was 200 of them.
I don't remember those.
Yeah, they come on a blister pack. With
Okay.
8 cards to a pack.
All
So
right.
I thought I had 2 or 3 packs, and I could never find them. I finally found them in a box yesterday.
There you go.
Mr.
So that's a good little
Matthews
start on the set.
Hey, Mike.
What's up?
They're not in the best of shape, but they'll do.
Nice. My friend and yours, Mike Matthews, is watching.
So,
Hey,
Mike.
Go on.
He's just in time. Let's talk comics now that he's here.
He might know a thing or two about them.
This right here, coming later this year, an omnibus. And so when you look at the price, don't freak out. It is $150.
I was gonna say it's gonna be at least $100 probably.
It's $150, but it includes this volume collects. I mean, think about this, guys. This is
Hardcover.
Superman versus the Amazing Spider-Man #1, Marvel Treasury Edition #28, DC Special Series #27, Marvel and DC Present featuring the Uncanny X-Men and the new Teen Titans #1, Batman Punisher, Lake of Fire, Punisher Batman, Deadly Nights, Darkseid versus Galactus, The Hunger #1, Spider-Man and Batman 1, Green Lantern, Silver Surfer, Unholy Alliances #1, Silver Surfer, Superman #1, Batman Captain America #1, Daredevil Batman #1, Batman Spider-Man #1, Superman Fantastic Four #1, Incredible Hulk versus Superman #1, and Batman Daredevil #1. Let's see if there is one crossover here that is conspicuously missing. You know what it is, John? You remember it?
I'm thinking. So it had the Spider-Man, had the Hulk, had the. I thought. See, when I first saw this, I thought it was going to be the storyline that built up to the Amalgam comics.
Oh, that's coming too. We were going to talk about that in a minute.
It'll be in volume 2.
These are the old. These are the old crossovers through.
Did you
Superman
mention
versus
Batman
Hulk?
and Punisher?
Superman versus Hulk is in this omnibus.
Yeah. Was Batman Punisher in there?
Yep, both of
Okay.
them.
Wolverine, Batman.
There was no Wolverine Batman.
Was it?
Nope.
That would be a good book though if they did something like that though.
There was a book, and I had it as a kid. There was a Batman versus Hulk. There you go. There was a Batman versus Hulk.
You see, they're fighting.
It
in the
is.
cover.
It is not included in this omnibus, and I really, really want to know why.
On the cover, they're fighting. That makes no sense.
I really want to know why that book is, because I loved that as a kid. But yeah, it's. I don't know why it's not there, but it's not there. So think about that. If you know you're interested in those, this is definitely about more than half of these are definitely pre-crisis stories, late 70s, early 80s.
Okay.
So they're kind of cool. But yeah, there's one conspicuously missing. Batman Hulk. So don't know why.
Was it?
It
Who
was
was
a
it? Put
giant
out by?
size, wasn't it? It was a giant size. Maybe that's why.
Well, the Superman Spider-Man was a giant size too.
Yeah, Spider-Man, Muhammad Ali, and Superman. Those were giant size.
But
Yeah.
was it put out by? It wasn't put out by Whitman or Gold Key or anything, was it?
Oh no. It was
Okay.
it was jointly published.
Okay.
They need to do a Mike Tyson versus Galactus.
So there is also an
Wait a minute.
omnibus. This for those of you, I mentioned last time I was here, Last Ronin. I read the that Last Ronin storyline,
I finished both of them.
and I have started Last Ronin: The Lost Years. This starting this week, actually coming out this week, picks up with a set of these new turtles in the future. So that's something, think about. You can buy those hardcover collections at Target. You can do the Last Ronin and the Lost Years for $20 basically. It's actually it's very good writing. It's good stories. So I'm going to start picking up this Last Ronin 2 Re-Evolution on Wednesday, and then I'll keep you posted on that. So
let's go back to Corey's suggestion of Galactus and Mike Tyson. So you're saying we need a comic of the Devourer of Worlds versus the Devourer of Ears?
Yeah, I was going to say Galactus wears that big helmet. There's no way Tyson could bite him in the ear.
I've had that Last Ronin series. I've had all the issues to it since it come out a year and a half ago, and I still hadn't sat down and read them.
It's actually pretty good.
Read them now.
Well, yeah, not right this second, but
Right this second.
no, it's
they're
actually
not
good.
really-
And get that Lost Years is actually very good too, which kind of adds to that story. So it's actually pretty decent. So
I hadn't read it, but I do know who the Last Ronin is.
it's a turtle
got-
named Ronan.
That got spoiled for me.
Yeah, that stinks.
I got an idea.
They tell you at the end of the first issue, anyways, but it was it's still kind of it's cool. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, you can say it, but now because people's already read it, that was going to read it.
not doing it.
Can I make a guess?
No,
Now I've never read it. I've never read any of them.
that's okay. You still can't guess.
Let him make a guess.
I'm not going to confirm it one way or the other. So what difference does it make?
That's
Or Michelangelo.
yes.
No, see, you're just wrong. See, that was a wasted guess.
What do you say?
It was Venus de Milo.
Now this one right here, this is Free Comic Book Day, and I sent May 8th. I sent Shane pictures of both of the variant covers that I know of. And seeing as the Joe universe and the Transformers universe are all wrapped up, rumor has it that in one of the 4 stories in these Free Comic Book Days books, we are going to get to the bottom of the really questionable parentage of that stupid monkey that comes with Naugahyde. So you might want to pick these up. Of course, that's completely false, but I think, anyways, maybe. But I think that monkey might be from Cobra La. But supposedly, there's 4 interconnected stories in this issue that will be free on that day. So it's something for you to keep an eye out for if you're doing the Energon Universe comics. So
I've been reading Transformers, and I just read the last 2 GI Joe issues, 303 and 304. And so far they're pretty good. I'm kind of confused on the GI Joe books because
because you're 300 issues behind. So
Yeah.
Didn't know I was going to have to go back and read the whole thing.
Because you are 300
connected.
issues behind.
Yeah, that's not connected to the Energon universe.
No, that's the old original universe. The Duke and Cobra Commander are the 2 books that have come out so far that are connected to this new Energon.
I haven't gotten either one of them.
Yeah, well, if you can get them, because
good luck on that.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, if you hadn't read Cobra Commander #2 yet, I mean, we kind of talked about it. We know the Dreadnoks. I mean, based off the cover, we know the Dreadnoks were introduced in Cobra Commander #2.
Yeah,
the Dreadnoks are a lot more violent than they were in the old comics, and I mean a lot more violent.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, these comics are not for kids. This series is not for kids.
Yeah. I read the page and a half preview, and it was just like, these guys are brutal.
Yeah.
That's brutal. So not for kids. Not for the.
I've seen people complaining about them in forums. It's way too violent for kids.
Well, they never said they were for kids.
Yeah,
it's true.
I'll tell you what,
the
Transformers book has got some, I wouldn't recommend it for little kids because it's got some language in it, and some of the action in it is pretty brutal. I mean, even though it's robots, it's still, it's. They're pulling off wrestling moves for crying out loud.
Well, I tell you the Transformers book. The one thing that I thought was interesting, that is very, very dark. It is very. The Starscream Prime and the hospital incident. That's pretty dark. So as they say, it's not your father's Transformers, right? I mean, it's dark. From what I've seen of the Joe book, that's dark. Cobra Commander, they gave everybody a heads up. They said Cobra Commander book was going to be a horror book. From what I've seen so far, and I don't have issue 2 yet. But
maybe mom death and trip.
Yep. So
if anybody ever read the Jennifer Blood comics from Dynamite,
no,
it kind of the Dreadnoks kind of remind me of that comic.
Yeah,
it's
really?
pretty bloody. I'll put it that way.
Cool. I like I said, I saw the page and a half preview, and it's just like, that's different. That's I guess they're going for a line of realism mixed in with all of the let's face it, all of the ridiculously that was G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
And that's cool, right? I mean,
they're aiming for the shock factor. I think they're trying to Oh my
Well, you're
God,
talking
those
about
are-
a group
yeah.
of international terrorists, a biker gang that are arms dealers. It's
A bunch of mercenaries.
it's major blood. I mean, come on, let's get.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it was going to grow up sooner or later.
Yeah. They're making the bad guys really bad. Is what they're doing.
Yeah.
To really make it more realistic.
Right.
Basically.
Right. But not,
Don't let Hasbro see that.
That being said, would they have gotten away with this storyline stuff back in the 80s?
well, there's issue 103, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because some of the comics that I've read, some of the old, the old Marvel G.I. Joe books, some of them are, they're right up there. I mean,
They wouldn't have got the comic code approval. I'll tell you that right now.
No, right.
Yeah.
No, so I mean, it's era appropriate, but the G.I. Joe comic wasn't well, it didn't sugarcoat a whole lot. I mean, there was a lot of death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, they steered away. We made it a good long time before there was any real deaths. But
yeah.
I'm thinking Candy, Softmaster, right?
Yeah.
Were the first major players that got wiped out, other than Quinn.
General
and
Flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that comic.
So yeah, I mean, he had restrictions on him, but they weren't, like they weren't the cartoon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Comic and the cartoon were not the same thing. So yeah, I mean, hey, look at that. Say goodnight, Emmeett.
What do you mean?
Say goodnight, Emmeett.
Not Emmeett.
Good night, Emmeett.
Good night, Emmeett.
God damn it.
You all good night. You leave. I stay here.
Yeah, bye. Yeah, exactly. Shut the camera off. Yeah. There you go.
We are experiencing technical difficulties.
Keep going. Hey, let's check this out. Good timing, Shane. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, come on, play. Nice. Oh, ow. Ooh.
Bam, pow, biff.
I'm going to get you, sucker.
Boy, that helicopter took it hard, didn't it?
It's in the
That
ground.
ripcord?
Oh, chick fight.
Meow.
Smack.
Battle of the Bald Guys.
Ninja. I didn't know we had a ninja. Hey, look at that.
Okay, that was cool.
So, for those of you that do not know,
Wrath of Cobra.
that is the trailer that was released the other day for a new video game for PC and Nintendo Switch that will be out.
Oh,
That reminds me of the Turtles game.
Yeah, it's a classic retro arcade, right? It's a classic side-scrolling game.
right. A game I can play.
Just
Really, all of us could play that one.
just meant to be fun, blah blah blah. So thank you for getting it.
Side-scrolling,
Figured out, Shane.
goodness, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's classic stuff. Definitely meant for our age group. So yeah, that's cool. There has been absolutely no word whatsoever on the continued development of what they call the AAA G.I. Joe video game that is supposedly still out there in the ether somewhere. But that's what we've got. At least they've, looks like a good little time suck, right? Nothing fancy. You don't have to have a manual to play it or anything. So, and I hate to say that it definitely looks better than Operation Blackout. So,
Yeah.
so that's a cool little retro thing for us, right? We
Kind of reminds you of Turtles in Time.
Yeah, I mean,
NES game.
I can see me buying it and stealing the kids' Switch from time to time to putz around with it.
There you go.
I can see that. Considering they both have Switches, I'll steal one of the other of them.
One of the others.
You can always take it in the bathroom with you.
No, I don't do that.
That was the ground. People just take people's Switches
No.
from them.
No, I don't. I'm not doing that.
Legs will fall asleep eventually.
No, I'm not doing that.
We call it
That's
poop
a
and
place
play.
of reading and learning.
Poop and play.
I know I'm gonna be in there a while. Hey, trademark that. Trademark that. We get a nickel.
Yeah, boy, hopefully we come up with some other stuff to trademark besides that. Wow, that's funny.
We need a new cartoon. We need a new G.I. Joe cartoon bad.
Yeah.
But it needs to be a good one.
I think if they could get the people that did the Voltron cartoon on Netflix to do something, G.I. Joe related, that would probably turn out pretty good. Because I really liked that show. That was really good. Still watching it. I haven't finished it. I'm still watching it.
This is going to sound strange, but I guess we can kind of pivot back to what we were talking about earlier when we got a little sidetracked about the digital content, movies, music, books, comics. This is going to sound really strange, but in this instance, I'm definitely deadly serious. I will actually be glad when AI gets to the point where it can generate things like animated series, because I have to tell you guys, it would cut production time by probably 95%. If these computers can do all of the animating, basically when AI gets to the point where you can basically say, okay, I want character X to do this in this scene, and it does it. Versus people programming computers, every little thing, blah blah blah. It's just, I will be very glad when that can happen, because let's face it, very few animators are involved in animation anymore. It's all computers anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at some of the stories that AI has generated, it's actually pretty good stuff, because some of it is really good. There's a Justice League story that's been running on YouTube for a while. It's actually very good. It's actually better than most of the comics have been in the last 15 years. And it's all AI generated. It searches the databases and it sees how characters would react and what is most likely. And it's developing this immense story, and it's actually very good.
It's all about, I think, probability.
Well, AI doesn't have the hangups of an artist, right? Who wants to put their spin on things and all this other stuff. It's looking at how the character has been treated throughout its entire history. And that's what it's doing. That's what it's using as a foundation to build these characters and these stories. And it's actually very good. So that may sound like a strange thing, but in that particular instance, I will be glad when the technology catches up and can just generate this stuff quickly. Because let's face it, if they said tonight, Hasbro said tonight, okay, there's a new G.I. Joe, as of right now, a new G.I. Joe animated series in development. 28, 30 months later, you might see the first episode, if it even gets finished. Because we've seen that a lot over the years too, where things get started and they don't get finished. So, my opinion is it'll be cool when technology catches up and it just produces this stuff. Now, I don't want them doing that with regular movies or original content. I don't want that happening. But to just give us, let's say, you take. Well, you know what? Let's take Resolute. if you took Resolute and you put that, you had the AI analyze that movie Resolute and say, okay, continue this story for us, I guarantee you would make a killer story.
Possibly.
Right?
I don't know, the AI stuff kind of scares me a little bit, man. To be
It
honest
does
with you.
me too, but I mean, I don't want it in control of anything. But things like animated series or cartoons, I think it'd be great for that.
If they keep going the way they're going with it, that's what's going to happen. They're going to think, well, this is going to help us. This is, you remember Terminator, right?
Yeah,
I know it was a movie.
Want it.
I know it's far fetched and it's probably not going to happen, but
I don't want it in control of anything. But I mean,
No.
something like producing animated movies.
yeah, something harmless, not like self-driving cars or stuff.
No,
like
I'm
that.
not doing. I'm not talking about any of that.
Now, you
Most
know
of
they've
them
already
will be all
proven
right.
it. Here, what, 5 or 6 months ago, they were running that AI program for the drone to destroy targets.
No, I heard that story too.
And the AI general, the general, I mean, it was an AI, it was a virtual reality setting, but he would order the drone to make a strike, and then the next target, he ordered it to pull back and not strike, but the drone's programmed to strike, and he kept ordering it not to strike until the drone turned and targeted the general giving the commands.
Yeah, in the simulation,
and killed him because he was stopping it from reaching its directive and making, and that's exactly what that virtual reality AI program did. If it'd been a real life situation, that general would have been dead. It would have killed him.
Oh yeah.
Yep. There's all kinds of
That
weird
was on
stories.
the news.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stories floating around with AI and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about. I don't want it to have anything to do with any of those things. But if you look at some of it as a creative thing, it's pretty amazing some of the stuff that's generated. Certain AI programs have generated.
That's true, but the Google couldn't get George Washington's race right, so who knows?
Well, it's again, guys, it's junk in, junk out. I understand that. I mean, it is whatever you put into it. But some of the stuff that we've seen is actually very cool. I don't want AI in control of anything, but if it could create things, that's pretty cool. It doesn't have all the human hang-ups and ego, about if you look at what's happened. We've had this discussion before. If you look at what's happened to so many of our really, really cherished and beloved characters over the last 15 years, because some hack writer comes in there and has got to just put their mark on it, and they've screwed everything all up. And
I understand what you're saying, Dave, because it would, like you say, the artist or whoever's writing it's not going to try to, like you say, put their own personal, whatever, they want to put in it, whether they base a character, like say on their like a past relationship or something. They'll become the Taylor Swift of writing a cartoon, from a previous relationship, or so, they were done wrong or whatever. Well, I'm going to make this character, they're going to treat everybody like this because he was done wrong or blah blah blah, that kind of thing. But I get what you're saying. It would be a different take on it, but I also, I don't want a computer determining what our government or our lives,
No.
We're going to save you from yourself, that kind of thing.
Two different things. I'm not.
Yeah,
I don't need the toaster telling me how to live my life.
No.
If it wants to tell me a decent story that's about 10 times better than anything humans have generated in the last decade, I got no problem with that. But no,
cook my toast while you're at it.
It was just interesting. But I don't know. Things are changing. Things are changing very, very quickly in all aspects of everything. Hey, Bo Corella. Bo Corella's watching. Guys, I don't know. Like I said, the story that came out this past week again about Hasbro cutting more costs than what had already been announced, and now they're talking about even cheaper plastic and cheaper packaging. And of course, the responses were, "Oh no! We're talking about our game division." And it's just like, you guys are not talking about your game division. How much plastic is there in games?
Not a lot.
You were talking about. They were talking about action figures, and everybody knows it. And there
I
is
would-
more and more. There's more and more talk, like we talked about before, with my predictions for Hasbro, that they're discovering very, very quickly that there's more money in licensing the characters that they own than there is trying to produce this stuff themselves. So we're going to find out, but I don't know. I don't know. Things are going to change.
I
They
think
are
those
losing a tremendous amount of money. I will say that Hasbro is losing a tremendous amount of money.
Well, that's why they're cutting back. I mean,
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to stay afloat, is what they're doing.
Well, yeah.
And I've seen the comments. If you just lower the prices, everything will be great. That's
Not necessarily.
it's not even remotely true, because that's not how it works. You can control things early on in a business failure by doing that, but you get to a certain point where you can't recover by doing that, because it just you don't have. You just don't have. They're having major issues with the Wizard side. Yeah, they want to sell it.
Wizard.
Wizards of the Coast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, one of the reports I saw in January said that they had it up for sale, but it looked like the Chinese backer was gonna fall away from that deal. So, because they handle the gaming part of it.
You'd think it would be the more profitable with Magic the Gathering, because gosh,
that's probably the hugest, what is it? CCG, collectible card game, ever created. I mean, anybody in the gaming universe or world, whatever, has heard or at least knows something or has heard about Magic the Gathering. I mean, somebody's heard about it.
Oh, sure, yeah.
If you're a player, a game player, you're a toy collector, whatever, you know what Magic the Gathering is. Or you should. If you don't, then I don't know where you've been.
Yeah, and I see. There you go. And I see. This is Mike. I'll defer to your expertise. I believe that to be true, because it's just like John said. Hasbro has a very bad habit of building a golden goose and then just destroying it.
Milking it for all it's worth, and then they toss it aside.
Just lay an egg, and soon that goose is going to die because you jammed the market up with product.
Yeah, and it's like they're trying to
that's it right there. 3 sets. They went from making 3 sets in a year to 9 sets in a year.
Yeah, that's because they're trying to reach a broader spectrum. Because now they're doing Lord of the Rings, Doctor Who.
Jurassic Park.
I was in that deal where I was trying to get every set that come out.
It's like,
you can't do
anybody buy Magic the Gathering, we'll offer Doctor Who Magic the Gathering cards to draw in the Doctor Who crowd, and we'll offer Lord of the Rings to draw in the Lord of the Rings.
I know I'm not big into the card games, but even I know who and what Magic the Gathering is.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Even if you don't play it, I mean, you've heard of it. I mean, at some point,
Yeah, but that's the thing. Again, it's like John was talking about, just killing the golden goose. It just if you have something that's working, you just throttle it until it blows up, and that's what's happening here. So, we can talk about prices because prices are ridiculous, but I hate to say this, the toy manufacturers are this whole idea of they're just making money hand over fist. Hasbro lost $1 billion in the last quarter of last year. So it's just, they're not going to drop their prices out. They're not going to price drop their way out of this. If they continue as it stands right now, the stories are that even the big discounters are refusing to take more product. They don't want any more Hasbro or Mattel product because they can't sell what they've already bought.
Who is this commenting right here?
That's Mike.
Mike, yeah.
Matthews.
Well, he would know.
Yes.
I mean, he, deals with all that stuff too. They got all that stuff.
Well, I'll give you an example. I mean, they did the Godzilla cards, right? Mm-hmm. Emmeett wanted those because they're Godzilla.
Yeah.
He doesn't play Magic the Gathering. So that would make sense, right? They're buying them because it's the property that they like, but it doesn't have anything to do with the game because they'll put them in sleeves or whatever, and they'll have them, and that's that makes sense to me.
I got some of the. I'm trying to complete a Dungeons and Dragons set of Magic cards. I'm just a set, because they're numbered. I think there's like 260 cards in a set. I'm also doing Lord of the Rings ones because I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. But those are the only two that I'm really, that I concentrate on trying to buy. I don't go out and buy every set there is. Like, I used to try to do that. And, booster box is, $150, or more. I mean, depending on what it is. But when I think Hasbro, when they did the Lord of the Rings cards, that gimmick was the one ring, they made one card. It was serialized 001. And, as soon as somebody found that, what they do? They sold that thing to, I think it was Post Malone that bought it for like $2 million because there's just that one. So that person made money off of that, but it was a property that Hasbro knew was gonna, we're gonna, this is gonna be a cash cow. We're gonna get some, we're gonna get some money and all this from that. So,
but see right there though. I think they shot themselves in the foot because anybody that's a completionist, only one person can have a complete set of those cards.
See,
Yeah,
this
There's only that one card.
we talked about this before.
Think about this. How many packs are you going to buy to find that one card?
Oh, people, the way you could get it was a certain box that you had to buy.
Right. If you've got
the chances of getting it were like winning the lottery.
Yeah.
You had to buy, and these things were going for $500, and there's like 15 cards in that one pack. You're spending $500 on that because you found it.
That's a fool in his money. I'm sorry, you can't blame Hasbro for that. That's just idiotic.
That's how they were.
Because let's face it, Hasbro wasn't making $500 off that pack of cards. That's secondary market nonsense.
Yeah, secondary market.
Yeah, that's collector idiocy right there.
I wasn't about to. There was no way. I was like,
no, of course not.
Forget that.
No, but that's what we were talking about before when we did the collector math segment, right?
Yeah.
Well, you frustrate your collectors. That's the worst thing anybody can do is frustrate your collectors. And doing stupid crap like that is just if it was a standalone card, not part of a set, whatever. But if it's a numbered part of a set and there's only one in existence, that's just friggin' stupid marketing.
Well, Playmates made that mistake back in the 90s with the Star Trek. They had 3 figures they were going to release. They were only going to release 1,701 of them, 1701. The Tapestry Picard, the Natasha Yar from Yesterday's Enterprise, and Lieutenant Barclay. They had so much backlash from that because you got a lot more than 1,701 collectors.
Yes.
And they increased Barclay up to 3,000. And I actually was able to find one over here at the Kmart Center. I found Barclay over there, but there was such a backlash. They re-released all 3 figures in a 3-pack.
Right.
Exact same figures, exact same accessories and everything, but they were just in a 3-pack.
Right.
And the packaging was numbered and not the individual figures like they did on but because they were about to, people were stop buying them because they said, well, now we can't get a full set of them, so why bother?
Right. And let's face it, that's the kind of you guys we've been talking about the Mythic Legends a lot lately, but the fact of the matter is those are all new original characters that you have absolutely no emotional attachment to whatsoever because they don't have any history in your life. They're brand new. You know what? If you never see one of those, you're not going to be anywhere near as heartbroken as, let's say, a DC or a Marvel Legends or a G.I. Joe. You don't have any connection to them.
Yeah, right.
That's part. This came in a special box. You got one with that box, but everybody can get one. Man?
What are you doing? Oop, honk.
Funko did something.
Feel better.
Yeah. You think they would learn after so long of doing that? They don't seem to learn from their mistakes.
Funko
Breaking Bad set, with Funko.
Funko did a set of Magic the Gathering figures of some of the Planeswalkers, and I have that set. I think there's 6 of them. And when they came out, they were like $20 a piece. And they also had licenses to Firefly, some of the Firefly figures from I've got all 6 of those. And they were what they called the Legacy Collection. I'm sure y'all probably either seen them or heard about them. But those, I haven't seen any of those, in any other what do you call it, manufacturer has tried making them that I know about.
Yeah, like I said, frustrating collectors is not a good idea.
No, because we're the ones that spend the money on it.
Well, no, there's another factor here that really needs to these companies are going to get in through their head. We have all, even you two younger guys, we have all reached a certain age where our patience for a bunch of BS has just about worn out, right?
Yeah,
we want these hobbies because it's fun. We want the things that mean something to us. If it's going to be a great big hassle, or you're telling me I ain't never going to be able to have that, then I'll tell you the same thing about my money. You ain't never going to have that either. Because really, I mean, seriously, we are adults now, believe it or not, and we have all reached a point in our age, I believe anyways, that you know what, if collecting is going to be a hassle, or again, you're going to be told that you're never going to be able to complete your collection, nope, I won't even start it then.
Yeah.
I think that's probably true of all of us, right? Just not doing it.
I was just saying that this morning, that my capacity for BS is non-existent, because I'm at the age, we're, like you said, we're at the age now where we've been there, done that, and if it's not important or whatever, then we're not going to worry about it. I could care less. Kind of died and not worth it. Most went to clearance.
Not to interrupt, but we got 2 minutes left, and Shane hadn't showed his goodies yet.
Oh, I guess we better shut
Oh,
up.
it's all
Then.
good. We'll get that next time.
I forgot, Shane. That was my fault.
No, it's all good.
We were having a,
I want to see them though.
See what you got, Shane. What you got?
It's all good. We'll do it next week.
I'm sorry.
Build up the suspense, huh?
Too much to talk about anyway.
It was a busy week this week.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. Things are changing. I think that's clear. I'm not sure the reasons are as clear, but things are definitely changing. I think the biggest thing is the economy. As a whole and as individuals, it's getting downright painful for most of us, and I don't think that's an exaggeration. So, Hasbro, Mattel, Wizards of the Coast, NECA, whoever, Four Horsemen. You gotta find a way to wisely try to take the pressure off your collectors, because we will all prioritize our dinner table over our collector shelf, whether you believe it or not. So
that's another thing I like about Mythic Legends. They got 8, maybe 10 figures a year.
Right.
Is all they're making.
Yeah, and with Hasbro just gave us 8 figures in one pre-order.
Yeah.
So, and that's going to get worse before the year's out.
Oh yeah.
So the Mythic Legions are what, like $40 a piece?
They're from 27 to the deluxe figures are 75. Depends they make huge ones.
Yeah, like Moose. I've heard a rumor that they actually made a Moose.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah. I saw one with a sock monkey on it earlier. I don't know where it went.
The basic figures are $49.99.
So if they put out 8 of these basic figures, right? Then you're looking at what?
Well, no, not all of them's basic. You got deluxe, which is like $65, and then you got
their basics are $27.
Well, that's those Legion
that's
builders.
The army builders.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like $27.
But I don't think those don't sell for that price in the stores, though. Just on their website.
So if you collect only Mythic Legions, right, and you buy all the figures that they put out in 1 year, about how much do you think you're going to spend in 1 year on those figures?
9.7 trillion.
Within reason, yeah.
I don't know. Probably $700-800.
Depends on what's in the set.
you going to spend that kind of money on, whatever Hasbro throws out at you every year? I mean, is
You're
that
spending more.
If you put in the pre-orders just from the other day on what Hasbro offered up, you were already at $300.
yeah.
And that's one
What
pre-order.
happens if G.I. Joe would go for one figure a month?
Yeah.
Well, that's about all anybody's buying anyways, isn't it?
I'm trying to stick to that just like once a month type thing.
Yeah.
But if I'm looking for something in particular, then
Well, the last 2 years shows us you get one G.I. Joe a month for the first 8 months, and then those last 4 months you get about 30 a month.
33. 33. 30, guys, 33 figures. 33 figures from August to December. 33.
Yep.
$25 a piece, and then the deluxe ones.
Oh, no. They weren't all just $25 a piece.
Oh, okay.
Some of those were exclusive sets and
35,
some of those deluxes and
75.
yeah. Yep. So
multi-packs.
That's right. So I'm going to start getting exclusives and picking the rest up as I go.
But it's like you said, Dave, like on the Mythic Legions, those are original characters that I don't have to have all of them.
Exactly.
Not like the G.I. Joe. I mean, I can choose those easy.
Yep.
I get the ones I like. Like I'm kind of trying to, do the vampires and maybe a few others, and that's about it.
Yep.
I think if everybody sticks to that mentality, get what you like, and you don't have to buy every figure that they put out. I mean, you don't, unless you just haven't, that's what you want to do and you can do it. Hey, more power to you, but not all of us can do that. This was like, I'm not planning on buying all the Dungeons and Dragons figures that are on the back of this box. I just like this one guy. I just thought he was cool. I really like him. So I'd probably stop with that, but everybody's got their own, way of doing.
Well, like I said, they're all running the risk, if not have already crossed it, of frustrating their customer base. And it's not a good plan because you just go from bad to worse. So that's that. Great show, gentlemen. Let's hang it up. What do you think?